The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 3 weeks, April 28 to May 16, reveal that Victoria Newman will face some alarming news, while Claire Newman deals with a messy outcome. Audra Charles will also play with fire, so there will be some shockers and shakeups happening all over town. The week of April 28, May 2 will bring some serious tension between Victor Newman and Michael Baldwin. Michael will end up meeting with Jack Abbott to discuss business, but Lauren Fenmore Baldwin will panic over what'll happen when Victor inevitably discovers that betrayal. After Billy Abbott dumps Phyllis Summers at Abbott Communications and pushes her to find a new path, Phyllis might find one at Marchetti. As luck would have it, Chelsea Lawson just got Adam Newman's offer to come work at Newman Media. It looks like Chelsea will ditch Marchetti and leave the creative director seat vacant, so Phyllis could slide right in if she can convince Summer Newman. Since Summer will deal with a ton of professional issues during the week ahead, Phyllis might pitch in and impress her daughter at exactly the right time. Phyllis will continue to worry about Daniel Romalotti Jr., but he seems pretty content now that he's taking guitar lessons with Tessa Porter and setting an achievable goal. Speaking of Tessa, she'll quiz a secretive Maria Copeland in the coming Y and R episodes, but Maria will decide to conceal whatever has her so concerned. Back with Summer, she'll be uneasy when Kyle divulges his plan to find a new place and move in with Claire. Victor's reaction will be even worse, but Nikki Newman will push her husband to suck it up and let Claire be happy following the move-in updates. Of course, Victor will continue to believe he knows best, so he'll throw more effort into his ski with Audra Charles instead. We'll see Victor try to cause the destruction of Claire and Kyle's romance as fast as possible. During the week of May 5 to 9, Audra will play with fire for the sake of her deal with Victor. Although Audra is getting a cosmetics company out of this, she'll be risking her relationship with Nate Hastings thanks to all her plotting. Once Nate returns from getting Amy Lewis settled in Boston, he may grow increasingly suspicious of what Audra's really up to. Nate has never had a good feeling about Audra's latest Victor arrangement, and he'd hate it even more if he knew the whole story. Audra may struggle to keep Nate out of the loop as she pulls Kyle into the trap she's setting. As for Claire, she'll no doubt feel a little overwhelmed as the tension between Kyle and Victor escalates. Claire just wants Victor to settle down and learn to accept her relationship, but he'll resort to more outbursts instead, and Kyle may end up provoking Victor a bit despite his promise not to. The week of May 12 to 16 could bring even more of a mess for Claire, especially if Audra creates the scandalous situation she's promised to create. The goal is to put Kyle in a compromising situation and make him look like a cheater. But will Claire buy what Audra's selling? Regardless, we should also talk about Cole Howard's recent cough, since that's sure to spell trouble. You can bet Victoria will be alarmed if Cole's illness gets worse and leads to a shocking diagnosis. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers preview for Tuesday, April 29, reveals that bossy Billy Abbott will take control while Tessa Porter gets suspicious. Audra Charles will also warn Sally Spectra as they do some plotting, so here's what Y and our viewers can look forward to. Although Billy has compassion over what Phyllis Summers has been through, he's still got a business to run. Billy doesn't want Phyllis' obsession with Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s employment to get in the way of the company's future. Phyllis faced Billy's ultimatum since he basically warned her to drop this or risk getting kicked out of Abbott Communications. Since Phyllis apparently won't listen and will keep harassing Billy about this, he'll decide enough is enough. Daniel doesn't even want the job, so the fact that Phyllis is still pushing him to be part of the team is ridiculous. Billy doesn't think Daniel should be on board if his heart isn't in it, so he's fed up with all Phyllis pestering. There'll come a point when Billy won't know how else to handle Phyllis, so he'll have to enforce his boss status. It sounds like Billy will urge Phyllis to find work elsewhere and announce that she's fired. Elsewhere, Sally will be there for Audra after her latest face-off with Lily Winters, so Audra will return the favor and pass along some guidance. Audra will plot with Sally on Tuesday's episode and try to convince her that scheming is necessary to get rid of Phyllis. After Audra warns Sally to get bold with her strategy and protect her relationship with Billy, Sally may get updates on some good news. Once Sally learns Billy cut Phyllis loose like she suggested, she may hope her Phyllis problems are solved. Of course, it's never that simple when Phyllis is involved, so more drama could be looming whether Sally likes it or not. Speaking of drama, Maria Copeland may cause some when she keeps quiet about something on Tuesday's show. Tessa will hug Mariah and deal with some suspicions based on her wife's strange demeanor. It's easy to imagine Tessa insisting that Mariah can tell her anything. Tessa might make a prediction about getting through whatever this is together if Maria will just open up. Unfortunately, Maria will keep Tessa in the dark on the truth, at least for now. That could lead to Tessa spilling to Daniel about Mariah's weird behavior and wondering what's really up with her. The reveal is finally done and Diane has gotten her accolades for the bright and sunny makeover of the Abbott mansion on Young and the Restless. Jack wasn't sure what to make of it, but did his best to play it cool. Will Tracy and Ashley feel the same, or will they surprise us all by loving the new design? The Abbott sisters took off for New York after that whole mess with Alan/Martin. Staying in town was too much to bear, and it's understandable Tracy needs some serious time away. She needs to heal her heart and soul. Not only did Martin destroy Ashley, Sharon, Phyllis' lives, and kill his brother, but duping Tracy is truly diabolical. She was a woman in love, and now she's a woman whose wounds may never heal. It's just too bad their departure was too soon to see the house reveal. Diane worked around the clock to make this space updated, understated, and undeniably beautiful. The massive changes are enough to take anyone's breath away, and while some fans are down for the changes, others aren't loving the results. This makes us wonder how the Abbott sisters will feel when they stop in for another visit. We can see Tracy taking it all in stride. She was more than happy to hear of Diane's plans to give the estate a makeover. She didn't even hesitate to hand over the reins to her sister-in-law and let Diane work her magic. As long as Jack is happy, Tracy will be happy. Even if she dislikes what she sees, her good heart and supportive nature will have her standing back, taking a deep breath and slapping a smile on her face. Ashley, however, may not be so kind. If she walks through the front door and is slapped in the face with this many alterations, there might be hell to pay. First off, she doesn't exactly like Diane and is always looking for a reason to be her biggest hater. Removing a single one of her dad's possessions will be more than enough to start a war. One Diane may not be able to win, one that may have the whole family picking sides. What do you think will happen when Tracy and Ashley come home? Are our predictions right and Tracy will be singing Diane's praises while Ashley tears her down? The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of April 28 may too imply some bombshells on the horizon. Genoa City can be a revolving door where characters come and go, only to return again. So learn more about some casting news that will take place over the next 5 days by reading below. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of April 28 may too indicate that fans will get to see more of both Connor Newman and Harrison Abbott, as both fan favorites will be on the canvas. Judah Mackey reprises the role of Chelsea Lawson's and Adam Newman's son, and the boy will share scenes with his recently reunited parents. Meanwhile, Redding Munsell will reprise the role of Harrison during the Friday, May 2 episode and will share screen time with his parents, Summer Newman and Kyle Abbott, as well as his grandmother, Diane Abbott. Will Harrison approve of the Abbott mansion renovations? The kid is so easygoing, he'll probably be over the moon with all the changes. Fans will get to see Cole Howard interact with on-screen romantic interest, Victoria Newman during the Wednesday, April 30 episode. He officially returned during the week of April 21 to 25 and will talk to Vicky about a difficult decision on Wednesday. What does Cole have to decide about? Could this be his job at Newman Enterprises or something else? It was mentioned that the role has him traveling a lot, something he may not enjoy, especially if he's away from Vicky and his daughter, Claire Newman. Then again, maybe he wants to head back to his old job and leave GC once again. Maybe he doesn't enjoy working at Newman and wants to return to his duties as a professor. Still, since his coughing fit this week, there's been some online speculation that Cole could be sick. So are his days numbered on the show? Fans will have to tune in to find out. What storyline are you most excited to see during the week of April 28 to May 2? Drop a comment below. Watch the CBS Soap Daily to catch all the drama in Genoa City, and visit this site often for the best Young and the Restless news, updates, and spoilers. While some new beginnings are often scary, others are simply exciting, and when it comes to the Young and the Restless Elizabeth Hendrickson, this particular one might include a little bit of both. The CBS soap star posted 6 photos and a video on her official Instagram to give followers a peek into a few fun moments. Some weekend fun filled with friends, rainbows, and getting excited for new beginnings. Hendrickson shared, as fans got a look at her new shoulder bag that read UCLA Lab School. No, the actress is not going back to school, but rather her daughter Josephine, who she shares with husband Rob Mader, has set out on a new beginning of her own. While it would be normal for a 5-year-old to be a bit nervous and excited, a parent may feel the same mix of emotions. However, we can bet the school, which helps develop kids' natural love of learning through a disciplined approach to their work, is going to be a super fun experience. And the cute way Josephine had her face painted while holding a fuzzy little bunny only proves it, not to mention the funny photo booth pics of her with her proud mom and dad. And looking back on Josephine's 5th birthday on March 27, Hendrickson posted a bunch of sweet photos and shared, "The minute you were official, I had the most vibrant, joyous, and energetic feeling in my body. You came out just that. My sweet girl who has a heart of gold." She went on to express how loyal her daughter is and how she loves family and friends fiercely. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson may be gearing up for a doomed work partnership. Will Newman Media be what splits this couple? In Y&R's April 25 episode, Adam made a pitch that caught Chelsea off guard. Chelsea feared Adam might be popping the question, but he actually wanted her to come be his COO at Newman Media. Of course, Adam and Sally Spectra previously worked together at the company, but Adam is adamant that he's not trying to recreate anything with Chelsea. As far as Adam's concerned, Chelsea will bring something unique to the table and can build a different dynamic with him. However, it's worth noting that Adam and Sally's own working arrangement eventually proved disastrous for the duo. Chelsea and Adam's romance could end up taking a wrong turn as well if she accepts his COO offer. Adam and Chelsea are finally back on solid ground with their reunion, so it's a bad idea to throw a work partnership into the mix. That could lead to too much togetherness and some trouble if Adam crosses lines in business that Chelsea disapproves of. Despite Chelsea's reservations, it feels like she might be leaning toward taking the job. Chelsea was touched that Adam even offered it, and his enthusiasm seems like it could be pretty contagious. It may not be long until Chelsea decides she's all in on joining Adam at Newman Media, but she could seal their fate if she does. Instead of becoming the ultimate power couple like Adam anticipates, this could be what blows up his future with Chelsea in the end. Chelsea and Adam's relationship could fall apart depending on the obstacles that arise, so they should really ditch this idea before it ends in catastrophe. Unfortunately, Adam is already making all sorts of grand predictions about what he can accomplish with Chelsea by his side. Victoria is thrilled to welcome Cole home to the Tack House. Claire has balloons for him and offers to find somewhere to go if they need to be alone. Cole wants to enjoy a moment with his two favorite people. Claire goes through his passport to see all the places he visited. He pulls out gifts he got them in Serbia. He also got Claire some tickets to Montmartre and a special key for Victoria. Cole explains that there is a Serbian story about a couple. He died in World War I, and she died of a broken heart. The ladies in the village put golden love locks on the bridge where they last met. Cole put a lock there with their names on it. The key is for the lock. He suggests they go for a late lunch. He just has to check in with Victor first. Get updates on the latest posts and more from Soap Spoilers. Come straight to your inbox. Isle and Jack join Diane at the GCAC. She assures them that nothing has gone wrong. The work on the house is complete, and they can all move home this afternoon. She teases her son that he and Claire might even want to move in. Kyle is sure it will be amazing. They notice Jack's silence, and Diane prompts him to share his feelings. He admits he had reached being comfortable with changes, but he's not sure he's ready to see it. Kyle is sure his mom didn't do anything extreme. Diane is disappointed that her husband has regressed to being anxious. Jack admits the fear is back. He will be walking into something unfamiliar and worries he will never feel at home again. His wife assures him he has nothing to worry about and he'll love it. If not, you can move in with me and Claire, Kyle jokes. He admits he kept driving past the house to see what kind of work was being done. Jack is eager to get it over with. Diane tells them to meet her there in half an hour and putters off. Jack worries about what he's gotten himself into. His son hasn't seen him so unsettled in a long time. Jack tried to convince himself it was a good thing, but he worries about all the history that could be lost. His son jokes he should have hired Victor for the remodel since he just remade the ranch. Jack continues to worry about the impact the remodel could have, especially on his sisters after all the trauma they have been through. Kyle is sure they are resilient enough to handle a home makeover. His father says that every corner is a memory. It's where they said goodbye to his mom. His son reminds him that all the memories will remain in his heart. He teases that he will meet him at the house for the big reveal. Jack wishes he wouldn't call it that. Victor doesn't want to discuss that, so they talk about her contract. She says that Nate is going over it, and she hasn't told him everything. Victor isn't interested in hearing her plans for Kyle and Claire. He's sure she knows what she's doing and will stay out of it. His wife wonders why Audra is there and reminds her of how badly the last collaboration went. She demands to know all about the deal. Victor raises an eyebrow, and Audra looks worried. She tries to flatter Nikki, who isn't impressed. Audra says Victor will have the contract once her lawyer signs off. As soon as she's gone, Nikki asks her husband what this is all about. He says it was just business, and it's all above board. Nikki doesn't buy that and wonders why he would fund a company for a woman who can't even get arrested. Victor says nothing nefarious is going on and then tells her to drop it. She's sure he's up to something. Cole interrupts, to Victor's relief. Nikki hopes her husband will be so busy he won't have time to harass the Abbotts. She leaves them to it. Cole tells Victor everything that he learned while touring their offices. He brought Victor a Fight Taiwan, The Art of War. Victor appreciates it. He brings up Kyle and Claire dating and says he doesn't trust that man. He doesn't think Cole or Claire should either. Cole knows all about the feud. Victor warns him he doesn't know the pain it causes when your children choose the wrong partner. He's sure Kyle will break her heart. Cole can understand how he feels, but it's Claire's choice. Amid an ever-growing list of soap stars affected by the wildfires ravaging the Los Angeles area, comes the news that young and restless icon Eric Braeden has had to abandon his family home due to the encroaching threat. Braeden shared the update on his Instagram account along with a positively heartbreaking video in which he explains briefly that his family has to leave and says goodbye. The fires can be seen nearby in the clip, which he filmed by the swimming pool and captioned, saying goodbye. See it below. Braden's co-stars were quick to respond to the distressing post with words of love and encouragement. Beth Maitland told him, "Prayers rising, dear one," while Melissa Ordway, who plays his on-screen daughter Abby, said, "I'm so sorry. Sending you so much love and hugs. Stay safe." Colin Zank, who is Victor's newest nemesis, Jordan, on Young and Restless, expressed how heartbroken she was for him, and added, "Oh, Eric, stay safe." Tamara Clatterbuck, an alumni of the soap who played a character named Alice Johnson, also told the star she was praying for him. Many fans and followers also sent their love and support. We here at Soaps have Eric Braden and everyone affected by the unfolding tragedy in our thoughts. Find out how to help the victims of the wildfires here. The sudden death of Cole Howard has unleashed a series of dramatic developments in The Young and the Restless. Claire was devastated when she received the heartbreaking news of her father's unexpected passing, leaving no time for farewells or preparation. His departure not only shattered Claire, but also deeply affected Victoria and those close to him. Despite a life marked by turbulence, Cole remained guarded about his innermost secrets. His death left behind a will that stunned everyone, particularly Claire and Victoria. This document revealed far more than asset distribution. It uncovered lifelong secrets that Cole had meticulously hidden. The emotional aftermath for Victoria is profound. Her complex and emotional relationship with Cole is now mired in uncertainty and insecurity as she confronts revelations that reshape her understanding of him. The maze of unresolved truths forces Victoria to navigate grief, betrayal, and fear, raising questions about whether she can find resilience amid the turmoil. Cole's persistent illness, initially dismissed as minor, was revealed to be a symptom of a devastating disease. Although Cole sought medical advice, the prognosis remained grim. His quiet acceptance, or resistance, to his fate adds further layers to his story. Upcoming episodes promised shocking disclosures about his condition that will intensify the emotional stakes for the Howard family and those around them. May is set to deliver critical plot twists. As secrets from Cole's past surface, strained relationships, especially between Claire, Victoria, and the Howard family, are tested to their limits. The audience can expect dramatic confrontations and emotional reckonings as characters grapple with love, loyalty, and painful truths. For Victoria Newman, Cole's death may trigger a pivotal transformation. Historically marked by complicated romances, including with figures like Billy Abbott and Victor Newman, Victoria faces the possibility of rekindling old flames or seeking solace in new relationships. As she struggles with grief, questions arise. Will memories of past loves help her heal, or merely serve as an emotional escape? In the wake of Cole's passing, Victoria may turn to Nate Hastings. Nate, a skilled doctor with a history of securing experimental treatments, offers both medical hope and emotional support. Their shared efforts to save Cole could reignite old feelings, drawing them closer amid the emotional chaos. However, even Nate's expertise may not be enough to change the inevitable. Should Cole's condition prove untreatable, Victoria will face unimaginable sorrow. In that aftermath, Nate's presence may become her anchor, offering comfort and companionship during her darkest hours. The evolving relationship between Victoria and Nate hints at a potential emotional rebirth. Although Cole's death is a profound loss, it also represents a chance for new beginnings. As they navigate grief together, Victoria and Nate might find strength in each other, opening the door to a deeper connection. Ultimately, Cole Howard's death is a catalyst, reshaping the lives of everyone involved. It marks not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of new emotional journeys for Victoria, Nate, Claire, and the Howard family. The Young and the Restless continues to weave a compelling narrative of loss, love, and resilience, promising more intense and heartfelt developments in the episodes ahead. The Young and the Restless stars Susan Walters and Lyndon Ashby are couple goals. The two are one of the soap opera world's famous real-life love stories, and they recently celebrated a special milestone. Walters and Ashby's love story began in 1985 when they met on the set of Loving. It was love at first sight for the pair, who married in 1986. 3 decades later, the couple is still going strong, and this past weekend celebrated their 39th wedding anniversary. To celebrate the special occasion, the couple took a family vacation to Hawaii, which included their daughter Grace and granddaughter Nora. Walters shared photos from the trip, including a sweet tribute to her husband. On Instagram, the actress posted a photo of Ashby heading to the beach to surf. "I am so happy, grateful, and lucky to be on this ride with you. Happy anniversary to the love of my life. #39 #many years many waves." Walters captioned the post. The comment section was filled with congratulatory messages from fans and the couple's I&R co-stars. "Happy anniversary, you lovebirds. What an accomplishment," Beth Maitland wrote. "Congratulations," Eileen Davidson commented. "Happy anniversary," Laura Lee Bell wrote. "It's obvious Walters and Ashby are as deeply in love now as they were 39 years ago." When the couple isn't enjoying family time with their daughters and granddaughter, they're working together on TV. Although Ashby wrapped up his latest stint as Cameron on Y&R, the actor loved working alongside his wife. "It is a dream come true," Ashby told Us Weekly in a November 2024 interview. While Cameron has said his goodbyes, Walter's character Diane is still on the soap opera. But who knows when Y&R could bring Ashby back for another round of Cameron's mischief. In recent episodes of The Young and the Restless, Victoria Newman is confronted with another emotional crossroads as her partner, Cole, battles a life-threatening illness. Known for her resilience, Victoria's journey is once again defined by personal loss, complicated emotions, and the possibility of new beginnings. Victoria Newman, daughter of Victor Newman, has long been a symbol of emotional complexity. Her repeated attempts to find lasting love, often revisiting past relationships during times of hardship, have been a recurring theme in her narrative. As Cole's health deteriorates, Victoria is forced to grapple with the possibility of another devastating loss, triggering a familiar pattern of seeking solace from former partners. What initially appeared to be minor health concerns for Cole escalates into suspicions of a terminal diagnosis, shattering Victoria's hopes for a stable future. The illness not only threatens Cole's life, but also forces Victoria to reassess her current relationship and emotional stability. Facing the potential of an irreparable void, Victoria may be inclined to turn to those who have supported her in the past for comfort. Throughout their search for solutions, Nate and Victoria's relationship evolves from friendship into a deeper emotional bond. Their shared moments of vulnerability and perseverance forge a connection that could potentially transcend their professional and platonic boundaries. As Cole's condition worsens, the narrative shifts toward the inevitability of loss. Victoria, once hopeful, must confront the likely outcome that Cole may not survive. In this critical moment, Nate's presence becomes even more significant. His unwavering support offers Victoria the strength she needs to navigate her grief and uncertainty. If Cole's passing becomes reality, Nate may transition from a supportive friend to a new romantic partner, offering Victoria not just a shoulder to cry on, but a pathway to emotional recovery. The complexity of relationships in The Young and the Restless is further intensified by Nate's past entanglement with Audra Charles. Initially seen as a stabilizing presence in Nate's life, Audra's deceit and involvement in corporate schemes caused their relationship to collapse. Nate's disillusionment with Audra's betrayal primed him for a more genuine connection with someone like Victoria, whose struggles parallel his own. As Victoria and Nate individually process their respective heartbreaks, the foundation is laid for a possible romantic resurgence between them. Their shared experiences of loss, resilience, and emotional healing could pave the way for a relationship built on honesty, understanding, and mutual support. The upcoming episodes promise to explore whether Victoria and Nate can move beyond their personal tragedies and build something lasting together. While the scars of past relationships and the fresh wounds of Cole's illness will undoubtedly linger, the potential for new love remains a compelling prospect. In The Young and the Restless, love is rarely simple, and Victoria's journey continues to embody the complexities of hope, grief, and renewal. As viewers await the unfolding storylines, the emotional landscape for Victoria and Nate remains rich with possibilities, ensuring that drama, heartache, and hope remain at the forefront of this beloved series. The Young and the Restless spoilers preview for Tuesday, April 29, reveals that bossy Billy Abbott will take control while Tessa Porter gets suspicious. Audra Charles will also warn Sally Spectra as they do some plotting, so here's what Y and our viewers can look forward to. Although Billy has compassion over what Phyllis Summers has been through, he's still got a business to run. Billy doesn't want Phyllis' obsession with Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s employment to get in the way of the company's future. Phyllis faced Billy's ultimatum since he basically warned her to drop this or risk getting kicked out of Abbott Communications. Since Phyllis apparently won't listen and will keep harassing Billy about this, he'll decide enough is enough. Daniel doesn't even want the job, so the fact that Phyllis is still pushing him to be part of the team is ridiculous. Billy doesn't think Daniel should be on board if his heart isn't in it, so he's fed up with all Phyllis pestering. There'll come a point when Billy won't know how else to handle Phyllis, so he'll have to enforce his boss status. It sounds like Billy will urge Phyllis to find work elsewhere and announce that she's fired. Elsewhere, Sally will be there for Audra after her latest face-off with Lily Winters, so Audra will return the favor and pass along some guidance. Audra will plot with Sally on Tuesday's episode and try to convince her that scheming is necessary to get rid of Phyllis. After Audra warns Sally to get bold with her strategy and protect her relationship with Billy, Sally may get updates on some good news. Once Sally learns Billy cut Phyllis loose like she suggested, she may hope her Phyllis problems are solved. Of course, it's never that simple when Phyllis is involved, so more drama could be looming whether Sally likes it or not. Speaking of drama, Mariah Copeland may cause some when she keeps quiet about something on Tuesday's show. Tessa will hug Mariah and deal with some suspicions based on her wife's strange demeanor. It's easy to imagine Tessa insisting that Mariah can tell her anything. Tessa might make a prediction about getting through whatever this is together if Mariah will just open up. Unfortunately, Mariah will keep Tessa in the dark on the truth, at least for now. That could lead to Tessa spilling to Daniel about Mariah's weird behavior and wondering what's really up with her. The Young and the Restless spoilers preview says Mariah should know by now that honesty is the best policy. So let's hope she won't stay tight-lipped for too long. In recent developments on The Young and the Restless, Daniel Romalotti's ongoing struggles have taken center stage, highlighting his emotional turmoil following the loss of his partner, Heather Stevens. Overwhelmed by grief and uncertainty about his future, Daniel finds himself at a critical point, questioning his path forward. Seeking a new sense of purpose, Daniel turns to his longtime friend Tessa Porter, who offers to teach him guitar. What begins as a supportive gesture soon evolves into something more complex. As Daniel and Tessa spend increasing time together, the line between friendship and deeper emotional connection starts to blur, introducing an unexpected dynamic between them. Tessa, who remains married to Mariah Copeland and shares a child with her, faces an internal conflict. Despite her commitment to Mariah, Tessa finds herself drawn to Daniel in ways she had not anticipated. This budding emotional bond introduces significant tension, raising critical questions about loyalty, love, and personal fulfillment. For Tessa and Mariah, these challenges come at a particularly vulnerable time. While their relationship has endured numerous trials, the recent lack of on-screen development, especially concerning their journey into parenthood with their adopted daughter Aria, has left fans eager for more depth. Now, Tessa's growing connection with Daniel risks further destabilizing the already delicate foundation of their marriage. The situation becomes even more complicated with the return of Ian Ward, whose manipulations have sown additional discord. Tessa's emotional susceptibility to Ian's influence has strained her relationship with Mariah, deepening the fractures between them. As the emotional distance grows, Maria may soon sense the shifting tides in her marriage. How she chooses to address these changes, and whether she can forgive Tessa if lines are crossed, remains uncertain. Meanwhile, Daniel must also navigate whether his feelings for Tessa are genuine or simply a way to numb his lingering grief. The looming question remains: is this connection between Tessa and Daniel a fleeting distraction, or the beginning of something that could permanently alter the course of all three lives? For longtime fans, the unfolding drama promises intense emotional consequences. The strength of Tessa and Mariah's relationship will be tested against new temptations and old wounds, while Daniel must determine if a future with Tessa is truly what he desires, or another step away from healing. As The Young and the Restless continues to explore these entangled relationships, the audience is left to wonder: can love and loyalty survive when tested by loss, temptation, and the complicated nature of human emotion? In the latest episode of The Young and the Restless, emotional confrontations take center stage as Victor Newman's anger reaches a boiling point. Known for his composed and manipulative nature, Victor is visibly shaken, a stark contrast to his usual self-control. The catalyst for his outbursts seems to be Jack Abbott's erratic behavior, which Victor bitterly references in a tense conversation with Michael Baldwin. As Victor vents his frustration, he confesses to Michael that he feels like a different man, someone fundamentally changed by recent events. Michael, ever the astute lawyer, questions Victor's involvement with Jack, sensing deeper issues at play. However, Victor remains cryptic, unwilling to share his thoughts, even as he accuses Michael of betraying his trust. The strained relationship between the two, once founded on loyalty, is now fraying at the edges. Michael, frustrated and disillusioned, demands to know why his years of loyalty seem to count for nothing in Victor's eyes. The conversation grows heated as Victor erupts with fury, specifically targeting Jordan Howard's betrayal. His anger is palpable as he expresses disappointment in Michael's failure to align with him in his time of need. Michael, though taken aback, tries to defend his long-standing loyalty, but Victor's accusations only intensify the emotional rift between them. The relationship between these two key characters is unraveling, and it's clear that Michael's future in the Newman family is now uncertain. In a sudden shift, Victor dismisses Michael, ending the conversation with a curt dismissal. As Michael storms out, Victor begins plotting his next move, sending a cryptic message to Jack Abbott. This gesture hints at the beginning of a new alliance or a strategic power play, as Victor grapples with the challenges threatening his empire. Jack, ever the opportunist, is likely aware of Victor's vulnerability and could use this moment to his advantage. Meanwhile, Maria Copeland is poised for a return to the spotlight, and her storyline is set to add new layers of intrigue. Viewers can expect tensions to rise between Mariah and Tessa, as a secret Mariah is keeping threatens their already complicated relationship. This secrecy, paired with Mariah's usually open nature, is bound to create emotional turmoil that could change the dynamics of their relationship moving forward. In another part of Genoa City, Daniel Rumlot's life is spiraling into uncertainty after leaving Abbott Communications. His search for meaning and self-expression becomes evident through his new interest in learning the guitar. However, this new pursuit may not be enough to shake his deep sense of loss and lack of direction. His strained relationship with his controlling mother, Phyllis, continues to exacerbate his struggles, as she pushes him to re-enter the family business, much to Daniel's resistance. The friction between Phyllis and Daniel highlights the deeper emotional complexities at play. Phyllis, driven by a desire to fix her son's life, fails to see that Daniel needs space to heal and find his own path. Her overbearing nature could push Daniel further away, straining their already fraught relationship. Lastly, tensions between Lily Winters and Audra Charles reach a breaking point. Their animosity, simmering for some time, explodes in a charged confrontation that reveals deeper power struggles. The involvement of Holden Novak further complicates the situation, as both women wrestle with control and influence in their professional and personal lives. Lily's suspicions about Holden and Audra's relationship only add to the intrigue, with more revelations likely on the horizon. As these storylines develop, viewers are left questioning how the relationships in Genoa City will evolve. Will Maria's secret drive a wedge between her and Tessa? Can Daniel find a sense of purpose beyond his family's expectations? And how will the shifting alliances between Victor, Jack, and Michael impact the future of the Newman Empire? As the drama intensifies, the stakes are higher than ever, and the emotional fallout will have lasting effects on all involved.